Let me see. I would like to check something. We have, wait a minute. Let me see our calendar. Our final tests are July 11, right? So we have, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is one in June. I think there is a holiday or not. Am I wrong? I'm not sure. Do you know?
I don't know, Miss.
There is, I don't know if it is Monday or Tuesday, but anyway, if let's suppose it is on Tuesday, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more classes, or 6 more classes. Yeah, June 27 is St. Peter's and St. Paul's Day. So that means one class less, June 27. San Pedro, San Pablo. Yes? Is it okay? Yeah. Well, so we are getting to the final part of the semester, actually. Well, let's see what we have for today. Today we are going to, last review, checking what we did last class. Do you remember what we did last class? Do you remember?
So, past continue and past simple.
Exactly. We practice how to describe actions in the past using 2 different structures, okay? Past continuous and simple past. And for that, we, let me share my screen. Wait. I uploaded a file called past events, remember that? And we did part of that. Let me see. Do you remember this photocopy?
Yes.
Yes? Wait a minute. There is a, give me a second, please. I need to close some applications. Okay. Okay. So I had to close something. Okay. Okay. So last class, at the end of last class, I remember we listened to, somebody, Frank, who was describing what happened to him on Sunday. Do you remember the story? Do you remember the story? What the story was about? Hello?
He bought a gift for his boss, something like that.
Try to remember. I will tell you the order of the pictures in order to know the sequence of the story. This is picture 1. What happened with picture 1? What was that? Do you remember?
He bought corbata. I can't remember.
Wait a minute, Andres. I am going to give you the order of the pictures. The first picture was, let's see. What is this picture? What did it? What was it about? Do you remember?
Yes.
Um,
He received an invitation
Uh-huh.
for a meeting with her jobs compañeros.
Colleague.
Yes.
Well, yeah, he was invited. He was invited, but was it a colleague? Or was it? Well, never
A
mind.
birthday?
Yeah, it was an invitation to a birthday.
A
Whose
boss birthday, you know?
Yeah. Whose birthday was it? Lady, do you remember?
of his
Do
boss.
you remember the story?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Andres?
It's the boss birthday.
Sorry? Can you speak a little bit loudly, please?
The boss birthday?
Okay, right. It was his boss's birthday. So what did he do after he was invited?
He went to buy a, a corbata.
First of all, he went to buy a present
Yes, a present, but
for his boss.
yes.
And then, okay, and he bought a, lady, do you remember how to call these things? How do you say corbata? You remember?
No means
No,
corbata.
easy because it's very descriptive, I think. Tie. Okay, so he bought, yes, he bought a tie for his boss. Okay. Okay, for his boss. Okay.
Excuse me, Miss,
Yes.
what is the difference with choice?
Sorry, I don't understand. What's
What
the
is the
difference with what?
difference
With
between buy or choice? Escoger una corbata.
between buy and choose, you mean?
Choose.
Well, it's, I would say it's not exactly the same. Let's see. He bought is he paid for that in a shop. He chose, that means that he selected something, but he didn't pay for that necessarily. It's two different. Compró y escogió.
Okay.
When you buy something, obviously you choose something, but you pay for that. Sometimes you can choose, but you don't buy it. Somebody else, another person pays for that. Yes?
Okay, thanks.
That's a difference. Okay. So he bought a tie for his boss. And then that was number 2. Then number 3, I'm sorry. Yeah. Number 3. Number 3, what happened? Number 3. What did he do with the present?
He went to the party with the
He
present.
went to the party, right? And who is this lady?
The wife of her boss.
His boss, yeah. So his boss's wife, yeah, okay. Okay, then after she opened the door, what did he do?
He say hello everyone.
Okay, he said hello to everyone in the party, right?
But he don't see, or he didn't see her his boss.
his boss. He's a man, so it's his. Okay, he didn't see his boss. Then number 5. What happened here? Number 5.
His boss entered the room.
He entered the room. Yeah,
The
or
room.
he got into the room. Yeah.
And see the character.
And he saw what did Frank see when he saw his boss?
The same tie that he bought.
Okay, right. His boss was wearing, right? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. His boss was wearing the same tie he bought. Okay, right. How do you think he felt? How?
Surprise.
Okay, he felt surprised, probably. Yeah, he felt surprised. Any other way to say how he felt?
Scared.
Sorry?
Scared.
Sorry, don't understand.
Asustado. Scared.
Afraid? Scared.
Afraid. Hmm?
Scared. Scared of what?
Because it's gift for his boss.
Yeah, but scared? Do you think his boss could punish him or something?
No, but he want dar una buena impresión. He wants
Okay,
to
but yeah,
give a good impression.
yeah, he wanted to give a good impression,
Yes.
and this wasn't the case. So how do you think he felt? If you try to imagine yourselves in that situation. Okay.
Yo me reiría.
Yeah.
I was no sé cómo decirlo.
But it's not a nice situation anyway.
Yes.
Okay. So it's something that, well, probably he felt embarrassed. Do you know this word, embarrassed? For example, when you, I don't know, you fall down in the middle of the street. Normally you feel embarrassed or not?
Yes.
Yes. Do you understand lady, do you understand the meaning of embarrassed?
I don't sure.
You are not sure? If you're walking along the street and suddenly fall down and there were several people in front of you. Yes? Probably you feel embarrassed. Yes?
Okay, yes.
Yes. So probably he felt embarrassed too because he felt uneasy, uncomfortable. It's not a nice situation. It's not. Yeah. Have you ever had a similar situation? Have you ever felt embarrassed for any reason?
Yes.
No. Sorry?
Yes, but I don't remember exactly
You don't remember
why
the situation?
yes, the reason.
No. Okay. Andres, do you?
Yes, but I tried to remember once.
For example, in my case, I usually fall down. I don't know why. I mean, every time. In the middle, and it's not very nice because in the middle of the street around, I mean, with a lot of people around, or in the middle with a lot of people in my house, I mean, in a party or in a dinner, and I come into the dining room and I fall down in the middle of the, I mean, with a lot of scandal. So it's very embarrassing. Yes, do you understand? In that case, the situation may be embarrassing. The situation is embarrassing. And you feel embarrassed. Yes? Alonso?
Yes.
Yes? In Chile, we say, this is Chilean, que plancha. Yes? I don't know if, lady, do you understand that Chilean expression?
No yet.
No yet. En Chile decimos que cuando la situación es vergonzosa, te hace pasar una vergüenza frente a otra gente, es una plancha. Andrés, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Wow. Yo tengo un doctorado en plancha. Okay. Okay. Well, now I will ask you, well, do you understand the meaning of embarrassing then? We are going to go on with this, and I will ask you to go to, to the second page of this. Sorry, it's the second one. Okay. Please open past event number 2. Okay. Here we have another exercise. People are talking about things that happened to them. Yes? How do you think that each person felt in each situation? Embarrassed, disappointed, disillusioned, okay? Or frightened when you are very afraid. Do you understand the meaning of these words?
The third option.
I'm sorry, the third option. Frightened.
Exactly. Frightened.
Asustado, aterrorizado, asustado, muy asustado. Frightened. Okay?
Thanks.
Yes, do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay, so now let me go to the tape. Sorry, for you to wait. Let me go to the tape. Okay. Wait a second. Here we have number 4.
1.
Some friends and I were in the elevator.
Wait a minute.
Page 67. 3. Let's listen. Task 1. People are talking about things that happened to them. How do you think each person felt? Listen and check the correct answer.
Okay, so you're going to listen to it again.
1.
Some friends and I were in the elevator going up to my apartment when suddenly the elevator stopped between floors and wouldn't move.
2. I went to the airport to pick up my boss. I was so nervous that I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. When I got to my car, I realized I had left my briefcase on the floor in the arrival terminal. Gee, with my boss there and all, I felt so stupid. 3.
I was in bed in the hotel half asleep when suddenly I smelled smoke. Then I heard the fire alarm.
4.
I wanted to go sailing, but just as I arrived at the lake, a storm broke out and it started to rain. It wasn't a very strong storm, but it was much too cold for sailing.
5.
I was driving down Pleasant Street yesterday. I was singing along with a song on the radio and probably wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. All of a sudden, a dog ran out in front of my car. I couldn't believe my eyes.
6.
Last weekend, I went out on a date with this beautiful woman from my history class. We were at this really nice restaurant, and when the bill came, I realized that my wallet was missing. I guess it fell out when we took a taxi to the restaurant. I didn't know what to do. The bill was really high.
Okay, once again.
Yes, Miss, please.
1.
Some friends and I were in the elevator going up to my apartment when suddenly the elevator stopped between floors and wouldn't move.
2. I went to the airport to pick up my boss. I was so nervous that I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. When I got to my car, I realized I had left my briefcase on the floor in the arrival terminal. Gee, with my boss there and all, I felt so stupid. 3.
I was in bed in the hotel half asleep when suddenly I smelled smoke. Then I heard the fire alarm.
4.
I wanted to go sailing, but just as I arrived at the lake, a storm broke out and it started to rain. It wasn't a very strong storm, but it was much too cold for sailing.
5.
I was driving down Pleasant Street yesterday. I was singing along with a song on the radio and probably wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. All of a sudden, a dog ran out in front of my car. I couldn't believe my eyes.
6.
Last weekend, I went out on a date with this beautiful woman from my history class. We were at this really nice restaurant, and when the bill came, I realized that my wallet was missing. I guess it fell out when we took a taxi to the restaurant. I didn't know what to do. The bill was really high.
Okay. Was it okay? Hello?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Let's
think-
see number 1. Andres.
I think they felt freezing.
We have embarrassed, disappointed, or frightened.
Frightened.
Frightened. Yes.
Frightened.
Frightened. Right. This was the situation in the elevator, right?
Yes.
Good. Let's see number 2, lady.
Embarrassed.
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 Number the T. Yes. Embarrassed. Okay, good. Do you remember the situation?
I don't remember.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I didn't.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay, okay, but it's embarrassed, right? Let's see number 3, Andres.
Frightened. Oh, no. Frightened.
Sorry? Frightened.
Right.
Let me write it.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is pronounced frightened. 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 Let me write the stress here.
Miss, can you write the 3 or the other 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
The pronunciation is embarrassed. Sorry. Embarrassed.
Double S.
Oh, yes. Yes. Embarrassed. 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 Yeah. And the other one is disappointed. This is easy.
Yes.
Disappointed. 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 Yeah. We have frightened, embarrassed, disappointed. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so number 3, Andres.
Number 3, I put frightened.
Frightened. Good. That's correct. Let's see number 4, lady.
I am not sure, but disappointed.
Disappointed. She wanted to go sailing, you know, to go sailing. You know the word? To go sailing. Salir a andar en bote a vela. Yeah? A navegar. To go sailing. And it was sunny, but then suddenly it started raining. There was a storm. Yes? It was not a serious storm, but anyway, not sunny anymore. Yes?
Yes.
So she felt disappointed, right? Let's see number 5, Andres.
Disappointed.
Disappointed, okay,
Yes.
good.
But I'm not sure. Okay.
Yeah, disappointed. Okay, and let's see number 6, lady.
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed. Right, guys, very good. Well, now I will ask you to listen again, but this time you're going to do something different. Is it the same tapes? Here in task 2, you're going to listen again. What do you think each person did next? I mean, the next activity, the next action they did after the problem, okay? Do you understand it?
Yes.
So read the options first, and I will play the tape again, okay?
Excuse me, Miss.
Yes.
What's the mean briefcase?
I'm sorry, what's the meaning of briefcase?
Exactly.
Maletín,
Thanks.
documento. Documento se dice en Chile, un maletín para llevar documentos. Okay,
Yes.
Andres, ready?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go.
1,
Some friends and I were in the elevator going up to my apartment when suddenly the elevator stopped between floors and wouldn't move.
2. I went to the airport to pick up my boss. I was so nervous that I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. When I got to my car, I realized I had left my briefcase on the floor in the arrival terminal. Gee, with my boss there and all, I felt so stupid. 3.
I was in bed in the hotel half asleep when suddenly I smelled smoke. Then I heard the fire alarm.
4.
I wanted to go sailing, but just as I arrived at the lake, a storm broke out and it started to rain. It wasn't a very strong storm, but it was much too cold for sailing.
5.
I was driving down Pleasant Street yesterday. I was singing along with a song on the radio and probably wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. All of a sudden, a dog ran out in front of my car. I couldn't believe my eyes.
6.
Last weekend, I went out on a date with this beautiful woman from my history class. We were at this really nice restaurant, and when the bill came, I realized that my wallet was missing. I guess it fell out when we took a taxi to the restaurant. I didn't know what to do. The bill was really high.
Okay.
One more time, please.
Okay.
1,
Some friends and I were in the elevator going up to my apartment when suddenly the elevator stopped between floors and wouldn't move.
2. I went to the airport to pick up my boss. I was so nervous that I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. When I got to my car, I realized I had left my briefcase on the floor in the arrival terminal. Gee, with my boss there and all, I felt so stupid. 3.
I was in bed in the hotel half asleep when suddenly I smelled smoke. Then I heard the fire alarm.
4.
I wanted to go sailing, but just as I arrived at the lake, a storm broke out and it started to rain. It wasn't a very strong storm, but it was much too cold for sailing.
5.
I was driving down Pleasant Street yesterday. I was singing along with a song on the radio and probably wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. All of a sudden, a dog ran out in front of my car. I couldn't believe my eyes.
6.
Last weekend, I went out on a date with this beautiful woman from my history class. We were at this really nice restaurant, and when the bill came, I realized that my wallet was missing. I guess it fell out when we took a taxi to the restaurant. I didn't know what to do. The bill was really high.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see number 1. Lady, what did the person do next?
Push the alarm button.
Button. Right, probably she or he pushed the alarm button. Right. 2, Andres?
Went back to the terminal.
Right. When he noticed that he had forgotten the briefcase, probably he went back to the terminal. 3, lady.
I don't sure, but let the room quickly.
Right. You are not sure, but it's correct. I mean, she heard the fire alarm, you know?
Exactly.
Yes, so probably she left the room quickly. Let's see number 4, Andres.
Went home.
Yeah, she went home, probably. Right. Number 5.
Turn on the radio.
No, that is what she was doing. But after, I mean, what happened here? What was the situation like here? She was driving her car and
She heard a storm.
I'm sorry, she what?
Un tornado, creo, entendí.
Sorry, no, I don't understand.
Ella escuchó ruidos fuertes. Entendí eso, que estaba como escuchando tornados. No entendí muy bien el audio.
No, not exactly, but she was driving. She turned on the radio and she was singing. Let's listen to that again. Let me see if I can get it.
6.
I know, wait.
Much attention as I should have been. Driving down Pleasant Street yesterday. I was singing along with a song.
It was much too cold for sailing.
Okay.
5.
I was driving down Pleasant Street yesterday. I was singing along with a song on the radio and probably wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. All of a sudden, a dog ran out in front of my car. I couldn't believe my eyes.
6.
What happened?
She was driving while listen love song.
Yeah. And Andres? Can you help, lady?
Yes, a dog appears repently in
Sorry,
front
can
of
you
the
speak?
car.
I cannot hear you.
A dog appears repently in front of the car.
Yeah, exactly. A dog, suddenly she saw a dog in front of her car, right? She turned on the radio, she was singing, so she was not paying attention to the street. And suddenly a dog appeared. So probably what did she do?
Be slow down.
Right. I mean, logically speaking, yeah, she slowed down. Right.
Excuse me,
Yes.
Miss, the final of audio, ya dice una parte de eyes. No
Sorry.
entendí la última parte del audio. La última parte del audio.
Street yesterday. I was singing along with a song on the radio and probably wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. All of a sudden, a dog ran out in front of my car. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Sick.
I couldn't believe my eyes. That was the
Exactly.
last, sorry?
Yes,
That's
what's me?
wait a minute. This is an expression. I couldn't believe my eyes. No podía creer lo que estaba viendo. Couldn't believe my eyes. Sorry. I couldn't believe, sorry. I couldn't believe my eyes. This is a complete expression. Couldn't believe my eyes. No podía creer lo que estaba viendo. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see number 6. Who can, I can,
The taxi
sorry?
company.
Sorry?
Called the taxi company.
Right. Probably he called the taxi company. Okay. Have you ever had any of these situations in your lives?
No.
Yes.
Yes, Andres, can you tell us about it?
The fire alarm.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It did. Oh, sorry. It doesn't a fire as a fire. It's because I live in an apartment. And suddenly is a veces o no?
Sometimes.
Sometimes failed the alarm and sound.
Okay, so sometimes the fire alarm goes off. Yeah. Sometimes the fire alarm goes off. Say para. Suena. Yeah. Goes off. And what do people do?
Nothing, because we expect that it's not a fire.
It's not, okay, you expect, yeah, you are right.
Yes.
You expect it not to be real.
Yes, the last Friday, I went to visit a friend that he lives in an apartment, and the same situation occurs. And anyone doing more than no, o sea, we saw in the el pasillo.
The corridor.
Yes, but his neighborhood, nothing.
His neighbors.
His neighbors, sorry.
His neighbors didn't follow the.
Yes,
pay attention.
didn't came out to.
Didn't come out.
Come out. Yes.
That is very dangerous, because if it is
yes.
real, yeah, nobody would pay attention to the.
Yes, but the I think that the expect is, oh please, it's a fake alarm. But
Okay. Yeah.
eso.
In England, I mean, you have fire alarms everywhere, right? Everywhere. And you have fire doors everywhere. Yeah. And the place where I used to live in there, that was this was a residence for a student. No, not only a student, but yeah, kind of. And it was a building with 3 floors, and they usually, I mean, they were used to fire drills, Operación Daisy. Yes. And I remember once it was Sunday, I don't know, Sunday evening, must have been 6 p.m., 7 p.m. And suddenly the fire alarm went off, and everybody got not hysterical, but got very nervous. But I don't know why I felt that it was a fire drill, not a real fire alarm. And I remember I was going to the kitchen with a tray with cups of coffee. And suddenly I met another woman living there, and she said, "It's a fire alarm, run away, get out of the building." I said, "Yeah, I'm going to do it." But because I was, I don't know, 3 meters far from the kitchen where I took she said, "No, just throw it." And I said, "This is crazy, because I know it's a fire alarm, it's a fire drill." But they did things like that, to break, botar la bandeja, right? And it was a fire drill, but they do it seriously, and it's a very, very relevant event. Yeah.
Maybe because we are Chileans and we have earthquakes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But on the other hand, I think that they have a kind of trauma with fires, because, I don't know, something, I think it's a bit exaggerated. We are Latin. Okay. Well, any question, any comment about this listening? Yes?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Well, let's go now. Let's go to the next page. That is the last one. No, it's not the last one. It's number 3. Wait. What's up? Come on. Doesn't. Oh, no, this is the one. Okay, it was already open. Okay, well, here we're going to listen to other people talking about past events. What happened to them? Okay, please, before listening, read the options. Okay. Let me go to the tape. Oh. Okay. Oof. Wait a minute. I closed. Yeah.
Page 67. 3.
No, sorry.
Let's listen. Task 2. Page 68. 4. Let's listen. Task 1. People are talking about past events. What happened to them? Circle the correct answer.
Okay,
1,
ready to listen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
It was a pretty bad snowstorm, and the roads weren't in very good condition. I guess I was driving a little too fast, and I went into a skid. I couldn't control the car at all. I went off the side of the road and into the snow. Luckily, the car wasn't damaged and I wasn't hurt, but I couldn't get the car to move. I just had to stay in the car and wait. Finally, after about half an hour, someone in a big truck came by and pulled me out.
2,
Yeah, it was pretty scary. We ran into a bad storm and the plane was really bumped around. The passengers were pretty scared, and of course, all the kids were screaming and crying. It only lasted for 10 minutes, but those 10 minutes felt like an hour. I don't know how the pilot got the airplane out of that storm, but he finally did. And the rest of the flight was perfect.
3,
All I wanted was to get the newspaper. You know how some hotels leave it in front of your door? Anyway, I stepped out of the room to get it, but the door shut behind me. I tried to open it, but it was locked. And my key was inside the room. I was wearing just my pajamas. Luckily for me, someone from housekeeping came by and she had a key.
4,
We were staying in this hotel in Thailand when there was a fire. I was so scared when I heard the fire alarm go off. I got out of the hotel as quickly as I could. The hotel was badly damaged, and some people lost their clothes and money. In the end, though, we were lucky. No guests or staff members were injured.
5,
I was out shopping with a friend and I saw some kids selling raffle tickets to raise money for a charity. It was for a really good cause, so I bought a ticket. I didn't think much more about it, but in the end, I won first prize. It was a good prize, too. A weekend trip for 2 to Las Vegas.
6,
I was at a restaurant with my wife when this famous rock star sat down at the table next to us. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to ask him for his autograph, but my wife said I should let the man have his dinner in peace. In the end, when my wife was in the restroom, I asked the waitress if she would ask the rock star to sign my menu, and believe it or not, he did.
Once again?
Yes, miss.
Yes, okay.
1,
It was a pretty bad snowstorm, and the roads weren't in very good condition. I guess I was driving a little too fast, and I went into a skid. I couldn't control the car at all. I went off the side of the road and into the snow. Luckily, the car wasn't damaged and I wasn't hurt, but I couldn't get the car to move. I just had to stay in the car and wait. Finally, after about half an hour, someone in a big truck came by and pulled me out.
2,
Yeah, it was pretty scary. We ran into a bad storm and the plane was really bumped around. The passengers were pretty scared, and of course, all the kids were screaming and crying. It only lasted for 10 minutes, but those 10 minutes felt like an hour. I don't know how the pilot got the airplane out of that storm, but he finally did. And the rest of the flight was perfect.
3,
All I wanted was to get the newspaper. You know how some hotels leave it in front of your door? Anyway, I stepped out of the room to get it, but the door shut behind me. I tried to open it, but it was locked. And my key was inside the room. I was wearing just my pajamas. Luckily for me, someone from housekeeping came by and she had a key.
4,
We were staying in this hotel in Thailand when there was a fire. I was so scared when I heard the fire alarm go off. I got out of the hotel as quickly as I could. The hotel was badly damaged, and some people lost their clothes and money. In the end, though, we were lucky. No guests or staff members were injured.
5.
I was out shopping with a friend and I saw some kids selling raffle tickets to raise money for a charity. It was for a really good cause, so I bought a ticket. I didn't think much more about it, but in the end, I won first prize. It was a good prize, too. A weekend trip for 2 to Las Vegas.
6.
I was at a restaurant with my wife when this famous rock star sat down at the table next to us. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to ask him for his autograph, but my wife said I should let the man have his dinner in peace. In the end, when my wife was in the restroom, I asked the waitress if she would ask the rock star to sign my menu, and believe it or not, he did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see number 1. Andres, please.
Her car got stuck.
Right. Her car got stuck. Here you can see the picture. Yes. Okay. Number 2, lady.
His plane flew into bad weather.
Right. His plane flew into bad weather. Good. 3, Andres.
She was locked out of the room.
Right. She was locked. Remember the ED, locked out. In this case, in order to make pronunciation easier, you can connect the 2 words. You know that? Because
Locked, as it, like a,
yeah, because the pronunciation of this is locked. So locked. And the next one is out. So you can locked out is easier, you see?
locked
This
out.
is something you can do in English, well, in many languages, also in Spanish. When you have, I mean, the last word, the first word ends with a consonant sound, and the next word starts with a vowel, so you put it together. Locked out is easier. Can you please try to pronounce it?
Locked out.
Yeah, perfect. You see, it's much easier. Yeah, locked out. Good. She was locked out of the room. Good. Let's see number 4, lady.
He escaped from the fire.
Escaped. Be careful with it is. Escaped from the fire, right? 5, Andres.
She won first prize.
She won first prize. Here there was a word that you didn't ask me, but I think you assumed raffle. You know what a raffle is?
No.
Rifa.
Oh.
So somebody sold raffle tickets. Yeah. En castellano sería números de rifa. I think.
Yes, I think so.
Yes. Let's see 6. Andres. Sorry, I don't know. Andres or lady? I forgot.
Lady.
Lady. Okay.
He saw a famous person.
Right. He saw a famous person. Good. Very good. Any questions about this?
No.
No? Okay. Well, the last exercise with this will be here. Here you have 6 sentences and they are about the same tapes. You will listen again. And this time you're going to tell me if these sentences, these statements are true or false, okay? In the case they are false, tell me why they are false. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's play the tape.
1.
It was a pretty bad snowstorm, and the roads weren't in very good condition. I guess I was driving a little too fast, and I went into a skid. I couldn't control the car at all. I went off the side of the road and into the snow. Luckily, the car wasn't damaged and I wasn't hurt, but I couldn't get the car to move. I just had to stay in the car and wait. Finally, after about half an hour, someone in a big truck came by and pulled me out.
2.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. We ran into a bad storm and the plane was really bumped around. The passengers were pretty scared, and of course, all the kids were screaming and crying. It only lasted for 10 minutes, but those 10 minutes felt like an hour. I don't know how the pilot got the airplane out of that storm, but he finally did. And the rest of the flight was perfect.
3.
All I wanted was to get the newspaper. You know how some hotels leave it in front of your door? Anyway, I stepped out of the room to get it, but the door shut behind me. I tried to open it, but it was locked. And my key was inside the room. I was wearing just my pajamas. Luckily for me, someone from housekeeping came by and she had a key.
4.
We were staying in this hotel in Thailand when there was a fire. I was so scared when I heard the fire alarm go off. I got out of the hotel as quickly as I could. The hotel was badly damaged, and some people lost their clothes and money. In the end, though, we were lucky. No guests or staff members were injured.
5.
I was out shopping with a friend and I saw some kids selling raffle tickets to raise money for a charity. It was for a really good cause, so I bought a ticket. I didn't think much more about it, but in the end, I won first prize. It was a good prize, too. A weekend trip for 2 to Las Vegas.
6.
I was at a restaurant with my wife when this famous rock star sat down at the table next to us. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to ask him for his autograph, but my wife said I should let the man have his dinner in peace. In the end, when my wife was in the restroom, I asked the waitress if she would ask the rock star to sign my menu. And believe it or not, he did.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see number 1. Andres, please read the sentence and tell me if it is true or false.
Someone in a big truck pulled her out and true.
True. Pulled her out. Yeah. Right. True. Good. Lady number 2, please.
The pilot got the airplane out of the storm. True.
True. Right. Andres, number 3.
The person from housekeeping didn't have a key. False, because the housekeeping opened the door.
Yeah, because the housekeeper
Did have a key.
a key. Right. Actually, he or she opened the door. Right. Good. Let's see number 4, lady.
Only a few people were injured in the fire.
Do you know the meaning of injured?
Escapar.
No.
I don't know.
Heridos.
Heridos.
So the sentence is.
Solo pocas personas resultaron heridas en el fuego, en el incendio.
Is it true or false?
False.
False. False because nobody was injured. Yeah? Yes. Let's see number 5, Andres.
She went a trip to Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
It's false because the trip is Las Vegas.
To Las Vegas, right. Good. Finally, number 6, lady.
The rock star signed.
Yes.
Signed his menu.
Menu, yeah.
True.
True, right, good. Let's see, this is, as a verb, is to sign. Signed, be signed in the past, okay? Signed the menu, good. Okay, guys, quite good, quite a good job, okay? Any questions or comments?
No.
No? Okay, it's 4:05. What do you think if we have a break now? Because if not, we are going to have an activity interrupted in the middle. So I think we'd better stop here and continue in 15 minutes. Is it okay?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, see you in 15 minutes.
See you.
Andres is not back. Okay, anyway, I would like you to, I would like to give you some homework for next week. Let me share my screen. Ah, there you are. Let's see. I will ask you to work on, wait a minute. The last page of this past events, page 4, okay? Here you have different pictures, okay? Your own story. These pictures tell a story. Number them from 1 to 6 first, okay? After that, I will ask you, this will be done individually, okay? I want you to make up a story based on the pictures and then tell your story. You can use, here you have some expressions. You have, for example, how to organize the ideas in order, first, next, then, meanwhile, finally, in the end. And here you have some other expressions that you can use. Message in a bottle, the message said that, go to the police, point as a verb, float as a verb, wash up on the beach. So, using the pictures, okay, I want you to make up a story based on the pictures. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that will be homework for next class, please. Monday, I don't know, what's the date? Next Monday is June 6th, okay?
Is in July we don't have class.
In July, I mean, the first, wait a minute, July, we have the first week from the 4th to the, I mean, July 4th, yes. But July 11, you have the final test.
And this is the end of the course.
Yes.
Okay.
Las clases terminan esa semana, ¿no? O sea, las notas con todo. La semana del 11, eso es lo que yo entiendo.
Yo no estaba segura porque creo que hay un periodo de exámenes adicionales de los que
¿Periodo
no
de qué?
pudieron dar. Exámenes adicionales de los que no pudieron darlo en su momento.
¿Ya?
Creo que es la subsiguiente semana del 11. No estaba segura. Gracias por aclararme.
No, pero el calendario que me mandaron a mí del posgrado dice que las vacaciones de invierno parten el 18.
Ok, thanks.
Yes.
¿Y son 2 semanas, Miss? 18.
Sí, son 2 semanas.
Ah,
A ver,
se va a
déjame
trasladar.
ver, pero yo soy media pajarona, pero no sé dónde me...
Yo siempre estoy perdido con esa fecha, entonces por eso
Pero ustedes
pregunto.
también le mandan el calendario académico, ¿no?
Ah, verdad.
Sí, pues ahí está. A ver, espérate, no me lo sé, déjame buscarlo en el correo, porque no me lo sé de memoria.
Yo le había sacado un pantallazo, parece.
Déjame verlo en el correo, pero...
Yo tengo término primer semestre 22 de julio.
Sí, claro, porque ahí termina todo con todo. A ver, pero no sé, espera. Déjame buscar.
Y vacaciones de invierno 25 al 5 de agosto.
El 25 de julio al 5 de agosto, a ver, déjame ver.
Sí, sí.
Ceremonia, diagnóstico, calendario académico. Okay. Proceso, semana de receso, término del semestre y envío de acta, 22 de julio. Término del semestre y envío... todo julio entonces. Yo estoy equivocada.
Algunos profesores igual están considerando hasta el 17 nada más. Por eso tampoco estaba muy segura.
Hasta el 17 de julio. A ver.
Sí.
O sea, yo estaba considerando hasta el 11. La idea mía era que el día 18, que sería la última sesión, hiciéramos un feedback de las pruebas, de los resultados de la prueba. Eso, no exactamente clase ese día, sino que revisión de la prueba. Porque el envío de actas es el 22. O sea, esta semana el 18, hasta el 22 se pueden mandar las actas. Entonces, por eso me gustaría revisar con ustedes, entregarle las notas y todo el 18, revisar la prueba y todo.
Sí, yo creo que está bien, Miss.
Sí.
Yo creo también que está bien la fecha de la prueba.
¿No tenemos otra prueba? ¿O se solo...?
No, pues sería, ahí cerramos todo.
Ya.
El 11 sería primero la prueba oral, porque es o sea, en el primer bloque hacemos la oral y en la segunda hacemos la escrita. ¿Sí?
Sí.
Ya.
La metodología de la prueba va a ser la misma, ¿no?
Sí, sí, exactamente la misma. ¿Ok? También es por test y todo. ¿Ok?
Ok.
¿Ah?
De acuerdo.
Ok. Okay, so now thinking about the homework, do you understand what you have to do for next week?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Now we are going to get into something totally different from the past. Probably, no, probably, I'm sure you have seen some words like, I don't know, must, should, could, etc. I mean, these type of words, yes? What do you know about those words? What are they?
Podría.
That's a conditional words, or no?
Yeah, okay. Do they have any other?
Could is the past of can.
Yes. Sometimes.
Condicionales.
Conditional. Yeah. What else do you know about these words?
Should es debería.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but the translation in this case doesn't help. It's not no, I mean, translation is not good in general when you are studying a language, but in this case, it's even worse because in Spanish, we don't have this type of words. So it can be confusing, okay? All of these words are called, well, the grammar name is auxiliary verbs, or also they are called modal verbs. Those are the two words, the two names, auxiliaries, auxiliary verbs, or modal verbs, okay? They are verbs, but they are totally different from, I mean, if you compare them with the other verbs. Verbs in general are actions. Yeah, that is the definition of a verb is an action. To walk, to cook, to study, etc. Yeah. The difference with this special group of verbs is that they don't express actions. they express connotations. So we can see that all of these words, I don't know exactly how many they are, but they are not more than 15 or 16, I think, yes. So all of these verbs, normally, they have to go with another verb, action verb. You cannot use them by themselves, solos, okay? And they, for example, if you say, they should, what do you say? They should study. They should study, and they could study, and they must study. Here we have just 3 different verbs. The only difference between the 3 is the auxiliary verb, the modal verb. Should, could, may, must. And only that word gives a special connotation to the verb study. Yes? Do you understand it?
Yes.
I mean, estos verbos no indican acciones como todos los otros verbos, sino que solo le entregan una connotación particular al verbo que lo sigue, que siempre tiene que haber un verbo. ¿Ya? Por ejemplo, should, vamos a ver que es recommendation, suggestion. Yes? But could may be, as Lady said, the past tense of can, or ability or capacity in the past, but also may be possibility. Can be permission also. And they must study. Here we have a kind of obligation. So it's totally different if I say you should study that you must study. Deberían estudiar, tienen que estudiar. It's different. Yes? Do you understand that?
Yes. Have to is another modal verb.
Yeah, it's another one. But the difference with these ones is that have to
es obligation.
Sí, es una obligation, pero el punto es que funciona en términos de estructura como cualquier otro verbo. O sea, yo tengo que usar el do, el does. En ese sentido es distinto a estos. Pero se parece a estos en que entrega una connotación de obligación.
Okay. Entonces, cuando utilizo estos verbos should, could, must, no tengo que ponerles el das.
No, eso es lo que voy a explicar ahora. Estos verbos tienen la particularidad, bueno, la que acabo de decir, la connotación. Segundo, que tienen que ir acompañados de un verbo que indique una acción. Y tercero, que funcionan como el verbo to be en términos de auxiliares. Ellos son auxiliares en sí mismos. Por lo tanto, si yo quiero hacer una pregunta, simplemente lo doy vuelta y digo, should they study? Should they study? Must they study?
El verbo final, por ejemplo, study, siempre va en presente.
Siempre va en infinitivo sin el to, o sea, la columna 1 de la típica lista. ¿Ya? Sí. Y cuando yo quiero hacer una frase negativa, le agrego el not. Entonces digo, they should not study. ¿Ya? Ay, perdón, escribo cualquier cosa. Pero should not o shouldn't, que es lo mismo. Should not or shouldn't. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Yes.
Miss, can you repeat cool?
Could?
Sí, yes.
Could? Okay, but tell me, A ver, en español,
Que-
¿qué es lo que no entiendo?
Es que entendí que should es recomendación,
Sí.
must es obligación y could que ven que era como el pasado de puede, de can.
Puede ser, puede ser el pasado de can, pero también puede indicar, no, vamos a ver voy a mostrarles una tabla donde está cada uno de ellos con las distintas connotaciones, ¿ya? Could puede ser permiso, puede ser capacidad en el pasado, puede ser probabilidad también. Pero lo que me interesa que entiendan es que estos verbos son diferentes, son especiales. Por lo que acabo de decir, que no expresan acción, sino que le dan una connotación. Por ejemplo, en el caso de should, que es una recomendación, al verbo que yo le ponga después de should, no sé, you should go to the dentist. Te estoy recomendando. Pero si digo you must go to the dentist, es distinto, porque ya hay una obligación de otro tipo. Una obligación, por ejemplo. ¿Sí?
Y could siempre es pasado.
No.
Ah,
no.
ya, eso
Es
quería.
pasado
Ya.
solo cuando es capacidad, hablo de una habilidad o de una capacidad en el pasado. She could, no sé, run very fast when she was young, por ejemplo. ¿Ya? Déjenme mostrarles, vamos a compartir pantalla. Wait. Material docente. Modal table, please. Esto lo voy a explicar en español para que no tengamos dudas. Aquí hay una tabla donde están estos modal verbs. Aquí hay varios. 1, 2, 3. 14.
Son varios.
Y son varios, 14. Pero aquí hay que los vamos a dejar como un poco...
No le escucho muy bien.
¿No? ¿Ahí?
Ahí sí.
¿Escucha mejor? Parece que cuando nos movemos para los lados no se escucha bien. Pero a ver, aquí tenemos varios. Hay dos que los vamos a ver, que va a ser muy fácil porque yo no los habría puesto en esta lista, pero bueno, así fue como la encontré. No encontré otra mejor. Bueno, tenemos el verbo modal, tenemos un ejemplo y tenemos el uso, es decir, qué connotación me entregan. ¿Ya? Aquí está el can, aquí hay ejemplos. ¿Pueden verlos bien?
Yes.
Sí, yes.
He can find any street in London. He can find. I'm talking about ability. Él puede, tiene la habilidad, sabe cómo hacerlo, sabe cómo encontrar cualquier calle en London. Ese es un significado. Un significado distinto es you can take a taxi. Aquí estamos haciendo una sugerencia. Te estoy dando una idea. You can take a taxi. Can you take me to Victoria Station? Aquí es una solicitud, un pedido. Can es, yo diría que, bueno, can y could son los dos que tienen como una amplia gama de posibilidades. ¿Ya? No siempre es habilidad, esa es una. ¿Se entiende eso? ¿Se entienden los tres ejemplos de can? ¿Y los tres significados que tienen? Ya. Bueno, vamos a saltarnos el video. Vamos a ir a can't. ¿Qué pasa cuando yo tengo that story can't be true? Si se fijan, aquí no es ninguna de las tres de arriba que esté en negación. Aquí estoy, digo que esa historia no puede ser verdad. O sea, yo no creo esa historia. Creo que es imposible. Entonces estoy expresando imposibilidad. ¿Sí?
Sí.
Ya. Veamos qué pasa con could. Bueno, could puede ser el pasado de can cuando me refiero a habilidad. I could play tennis when I was younger. Habilidad en el pasado. Cuando yo pido algo, could you take me to Victoria Station? request. Igual que el de arriba. Can you take me to Victoria Station or could you take me? What is the difference between both? El primero es más informal que el segundo. Eso es toda la diferencia. Could you take me is more polite than the first one. Yes? Do you understand it?
Yeah.
See? You could take a taxi. Suggestion, igual que el de arriba. You can take a taxi. El can yo diría que es más informal, entonces cuando se refiere a sugerencias y pedidos, es mucho más informal que could. ¿Ah? De hecho, dentro del habla inglesa, cuando uno escucha hablar a personas que no tienen mayor instrucción, con poca escolaridad, digamos, en general ellos usan can para todo casi. Can y could para todo. ¿Ya? Could como pasado de can y lo demás todo es can. Es como una característica. En cambio la gente que tiene más, que ha ido a la universidad, que tiene más educación, puede hacer las distinciones que estoy haciéndoles yo. ¿Ok? ¿Se entiende?
Sí.
Ya. Vamos con may. May puede ser una posibilidad. It may be quicker to travel by train. ¿Ya? It may be quicker. Possibility. ¿Ya? Pero también may puede ser usado como una manera de hacer un request, un petitorio formal, o pedir permiso si ustedes quieren. Y esto es formal. May I come in? Se fijan que vamos de lo más informal, estamos hablando solo de request. Can you take me to, eso es común y silvestre, no, sin mayor pretensión de formalidad. Could you take me es como un poco más formal y definitivamente más formal es may I come in. Pero el may I come in, may es permiso, cuando yo pido permiso para hacer algo. ¿Ok? Es muy es formal. ¿Yes?
Pero la traducción sería puedo, ¿verdad?
Sí, pero no te recomiendo que te bases en la traducción, porque hay veces que la traducción no ayuda nada, hasta confunde.
Okay.
Te sugiero que vayas por el significado, por aprender de esto. Más que la traducción. En español yo digo puedo, y poder significa todo poder casi. O sea, lo que en inglés serían como 5 palabras, can, could, may, might, varias son poder, pero en inglés se usan muy distinto una de otra. ¿Ya?
Ok.
Ya. Vamos con might. Esta es una posibilidad, pero aquí quiero que le agreguen una información que no está escrita aquí. Es una posibilidad, pero es una posibilidad más remota, menos probable que may. It might be quicker to travel by train. Cuando yo digo, a ver, si comparo la de may con la de might, it may be quicker to travel by train, significa que yo creo que hay una posibilidad, no sé, no le quiero poner un número, pero si hubiera que ponerle un número sería como de 80%, 70%, de que se cumple, que la posibilidad se realice. En cambio, cuando digo it might be quicker, estamos hablando de 50% o menos de probabilidad que eso se cumpla. ¿Se entiende?
Sí.
Might siempre es una posibilidad lejana. O no tan factible, digamos. ¿Ok? Vamos con el siguiente. Must. You must be back at 10 o'clock. Esta es una obligación. Es una obligación, bueno, si yo le digo a alguien, you must be back at 10 o'clock, yo pienso que es un menor de edad, digamos, en general, en un contexto, porque le estoy imponiendo que tiene que llegar a las 10. Tiene que volver a las 10. generalmente una persona menor de edad o dependiente de otra, el papá, la mamá, no sé. ¿Ya? Eso sería el must. Y la otra posible connotación que tiene el must. Look at the snow. Must be cold outside. Estoy haciendo una deducción, o sea, mira cómo está la nieve, debe hacer frío. ¿Ok? Certainty that something is true. Certeza de que algo es cierto, o sea, es una deducción. ¿Ok?
Ok.
Ya. Vamos a ir con el have to, que fue lo que tú preguntaste, Lady. Have to también es una obligación, pero es distinto. Aquí no puedo subrayar, no puedo marcar. Bueno, si yo comparo you have to be back at 10 o'clock con you must be back at 10 o'clock, ambas son obligaciones, pero son completamente distintas en términos. En el caso de you must be back at 10 o'clock es porque en esta casa las reglas son esas y tú eres menor de edad y tienes que cumplirlas. ¿Ya?
Okay.
No, mañana te voy a retar, sino te voy a, no sé, vas a tener una sanción, sino, ya. Pero es una cosa como, tú sabes que tienes que la hora de llegar a las 10, como eso. En cambio, el siguiente, you have to be back, es distinto. Es una obligación que está impuesta por una autoridad. No sé, el toque queda a las 10, por ejemplo. Es una cosa más impositiva. ¿Se entiende la diferencia?
Sí.
¿Sí, Andrés?
Pero sí, pero se aplica solo como para cosas casi legales o también así
No,
como,
no necesariamente legales. Por
no
ejemplo,
sé,
si yo digo, a
un
ver,
jefe o un reglamento interno de una empresa o algo así es.
sí. O
Ya se
sea,
usa el have
en
to.
el fondo el must es donde tú todavía puedes tener algún rango de acción. El have to no. Por ejemplo, si yo digo I must, a ver, vamos a ver. You must go to the dentist once a year, no sé. Es algo que es una obligación en el sentido que tú sabes que eso te conviene a ti, es por tu propio beneficio. So you must go to the dentist. Vamos a cambiarle el you por I. Yo digo, I must go to the dentist once a year. Es mi decisión. ¿Ya? Yo decido que es bueno para mí, entonces yo lo transformo en una obligación. ¿Ok? Pero si digo, a ver, I have to go to the dentist. ¿Qué podría yo pensar si alguien me dice I have to go to the dentist? Que está postulando alguna beca, por ejemplo, y le exigen un certificado del dentista para postular. Estoy inventando, no sé si puede ser tan loco como eso. Estoy postulando a un cargo fiscal en el servicio público y me piden tener un informe médico. Puede ser. Se fijan que aquí el rango de acción de la persona ya es bastante menor. No tiene mucho donde elegir. Es algo impuesto desde afuera, por alguna autoridad externa. ¿Se entiende la diferencia?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿Andrés?
Sí.
¿Sí? Ya. Ya. Vamos a ver primero los significados y después vamos a meternos con la forma. Ay. Recorcholis, ¿qué hice? Sí. Ya. Estábamos en el have to. Vamos con need to. You need to study a lot. Esto es obligation, de otro, es parecido al must. O sea, you need to es como es necesario que estudies mucho. ¿Ya? Aquí el verbo need es un verbo que podría ser ambiguo, porque need como necesitar en el sentido de tener la necesidad, people need to sleep. every day, por ejemplo. Ahí no es obligatorio, o sea, es como una necesidad básica, ¿no? Pero you need to study a lot, no es necesidad básica, pero es una necesidad igual. En ese sentido es una obligación, ¿ya? Y el you needn't, que ojo aquí se nota clarísimo cuando es un verbo, cuando está actuando como un verbo modal o como cuando es un verbo cualquiera. You needn't have a university degree. Se fijan que aquí usamos el need not, ¿ya? Como hemos usado los not adelante. Eso es absence or lack of obligation. Ausencia de obligación. En otras palabras, no es necesario. You needn't have a university degree. No es necesario que tengas un título universitario. ¿Ok? ¿Se entiende? Ese es muy claro, creo yo.
Pero ese es como una posibilidad a futuro, pero por ejemplo, si yo estoy postulando un cargo, tendría que ser como, no sé, haven't to, una cosa así.
¿Cómo? ¿Sería como qué?
Como haven't, como el... No sé si
haven't?
me explico.
Si tú estás postulando a un cargo y te... A ver, lo que no entiendo es...
no, es que quizás es malo el ejemplo.
Ya.
A lo que voy es que es como es como que no es tu obligación, pero tomado un poco más a la ligera, como a futuro.
No, no, es una ausencia de obligación. Si tú me dices, I needn't have a university degree, el cargo que estás postulando no,
Es lo
no
mismo
requiere un título universitario.
Ya.
¿Ya? Ahora, si tú lo tienes mejor, pero no es obligación. Es una falta de obligación, ausencia de obligación. Veamos otro ejemplo con él. Por ejemplo, si yo digo, no sé, yo los invito a una fiesta, por ejemplo. Y yo digo, you needn't bring anything. You needn't bring anything to the party. No es necesario que traigan nada. No es necesario. No hay obligación de traer nada. ¿Se entiende? ¿Se entiende, no?
Sí.
Ya. Ok, estamos con el needn't. Veamos el mustn't. Aquí hay un error de spelling. No hay que borrar el AT. Es como you mustn't drive without a license. Aquí claramente este mustn't es una prohibición. Ese no tiene ni una vuelta. Es claramente prohibition. ¿Ok? Después tenemos don't have to. Bueno, esto es ausencia de obligación, igual que needn't. You don't have to call a taxi. No es necesario que llames un taxi. You don't have to call a taxi. ¿Ok? Then we have should. You should drive more carefully. Aquí claramente es una opinión, un advice, un consejo, una sugerencia. You should drive more carefully. ¿Ya? Y después tenemos este otro que este es un poco menos usado, pero es exactamente lo mismo que should. You ought to drive more carefully. Opinion and advice. Okay? Do you understand it?
Yes.
Yes. Ok, veamos, quedó uno arriba pendiente que yo lo salté. A ver, antes de meterme con eso. Como les dije cuando hice la introducción, estos verbos no requieren no requieren auxiliares, son auxiliares en sí mismos, por lo tanto, hacer las preguntas es muy fácil, porque simplemente se cambia el orden, se parte con eso, y la negación, en general, se le agrega not, excepto el mustn't, por ejemplo, porque must not me cambia la cosa, me cambia a una prohibición, no a un no debe, es una prohibición. Pero vemos que el verbo, o sea, aquí aparece uno que yo me lo salté, que es be able to, ser capaz de, que es otra manera de decir, de expresar habilidad. Pero aquí no es exactamente un verbo modal como tal, porque en el fondo es el verbo to be. He is able to find any street in London. Es lo mismo que decir he can find any street in London. Son dos formas iguales de decirlo. Pero en estricto rigor no es un verbo modal, porque es una forma verbal, ¿ya? Y se conjuga como todos los verbos to be, y el verbo que viene atrás, able to do something, ¿ya? Ah, otra cosa importante, todos los demás, los que vimos recién, a excepción de have to, todos son iguales para todas las personas, no hay ninguna diferencia si es I, you, we, he, she, it, todos iguales. Aquí no hay eses en tercera persona, nada. ¿Ok?
Ok.
El único que cambia es el have to, porque este tiene... Exactamente. Va a ser have, y dependiendo cuál sea el sujeto, has to. ¿Ya? Y en el pasado va a ser had to. ¿Ya? ¿Ok? Y lo otro que tienen de particular estos verbos modales es que los verbos que van después de ellos siempre van en un tiempo infinito, en una forma infinitiva, o sea, recordando las tres columnas de las listas de verbos, la primera columna, sin to. ¿Ya? ¿Se entiende?
Yes.
Yes? Any questions about it? No questions? Okay. Let's go then, sorry. Let's go then to, okay. Give me a second, please. Okay, we're going to separate, to classify the, please go to the material docente, signs, okay? Okay. Okay, here we are going to make groups of modal verbs according to their connotation. In the first group here, we have the modal verbs that express permission. Yeah, can and can't. You do have permission or you don't have permission to do something. Examples, you can use your phone here. That means you have permission to use your phone here. Yeah? May or may not. You do have permission or you don't have permission to do something. You may walk your dog here. You have permission to walk your dog here. Have to. It's important that you do something. You have to be quiet. I imagine this is in the, I don't know, in a class, for example, in a classroom. It's important to be quiet. And the teacher said you have to be quiet, okay? Now, the opposite is don't have to. You don't need to do something. You don't have to make the dinner. That means you don't need to make the dinner. Yes? Do you understand it? Yes? Okay. Here we have different traffic signs, right? And here we have the meanings of each of them. Let's see number one. What is number one? Which is number one? Hello?
You can't?
No, just the signs. I mean, the signs are these ones. These possibilities.
No smoking.
No smoking, right. Number two?
No dogs allowed.
No dogs allowed. Yeah. Three?
No photos allowed.
No photos allowed. No.
No. It's no phones, sorry.
No phones, yes. Right. Then this one?
This is no photos allowed.
No photos allowed. Number five? What is, wait.
Restrooms.
Restrooms. Restrooms is the American word for toilets. It's the same thing. Restrooms, right? Well, finally, number six.
Trash.
Trash. Okay, very good. Okay, so think for a while and see how you can complete these instructions using the pictures and choosing the correct word. Yes, the correct mode.
One.
Some seconds for you to complete that.
Sorry?
Can you complete? I mean, do you want to do it immediately, or do you prefer some seconds to do it?
I don't know. Some seconds.
Can you do it? Yeah. Okay. Some seconds.
No sé.
Yeah. It's very easy. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see, lady. Can you read the first one completely?
You can't smoke here.
You can't smoke here, right?
Can't.
Number two, Andres.
You may not use your phone now.
Good. Three, lady.
You can't walk your dog here.
Right. Good. Number four, Andres.
It's a long way to the beach. Must I use the restroom before we leave? And may, yes.
Yeah,
May I use the restroom before we leave?
Yeah. You are asking for permission in a way. May I use the restroom before we leave? Right. Five, lady.
You can't take pictures in the museum.
Museum. Right. And six, Andres.
Don't throw your garbage or no,
Garbage.
on the grass. Garbage on the grass. You have to put it in the trash can.
Right. You have to put it in the trash can. Okay. Any questions?
What's mean trash can?
Yes.
Carro la basura.
Ah.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, let's see. Here we have some signs, right? Where can you find these signs? First of all, let's see you have a beach, a garden, a bus, restroom, farm, street. Let's see the first one. Where can you find this sign?
Beach.
Beach, right. Second one?
A farm.
A farm?
A restroom.
A restroom, yeah. What's the meaning of out of order?
Fuera de servicio.
Fuera de servicio. I mean, no, it doesn't work. Yeah. Number 3.
A bus.
Okay, right. Number 4.
A garden.
Sorry?
Garden. Garden.
Garden? Yeah, a garden. Good. Number 5.
A street.
Sorry, wait a minute with number.
Across the gate, it's a farm.
Yeah, it's a farm. Yeah, because it's too big for a garden. Yeah. Yes, and please close the gate. Not only because the gate, well, you can have a gate in the garden, but normally it's, yeah, it's a farm. It's far away. Sorry?
¿Es puerta? Por favor, cierra la puerta.
El portón.
Portón.
Yes. Yes, I think this is a farm. Let's see, 5, we said.
A
street.
Street. And number 6.
A garden.
This is a garden. Yeah. Keep off the grass. Yes. Okay. So now, let's see. Here we have six sentences. Okay. The idea is to match the sentences, the signs to the sentences. Yes. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay, let's see the first one. Can you read it, please, Andres?
The elevator isn't working.
Yeah.
Out of order.
Out of order. Yes. Here you can also connect the. Let me. This is pronunciation only. If you connect. Sorry. Wait a minute, lady. Okay. The word out of order can be pronounced out of order. You see, out of order. You make the connection between the sounds, yes? Okay, good. Let's see, lady, number 2.
You can't take food into the museum.
Yeah.
Serían, no puedo leer.
Okay, sorry. Wait.
Yeah. No eating and drinking.
No eating and drinking, right. Let me. Wait, I thought you were reading from you. Okay. Let's see number 3, Andres.
You can't drive to the end of the street. Road closed.
Road closed, good. 4, lady.
Walk on the path. Please keep up the grass.
Right, please keep off the grass. Good. 5, Andres.
You can go in the water. No swimming.
Okay, no swimming, right, you can't. Normally the sound, the most, I mean, easily identified sound is the T at the end. You can't. Yeah, you can't go in the water. Yeah. When it is affirmative, normally you can. It's softer, right? Okay. Let's see 6, lady.
Don't leave the entrance open. Please close the gate.
Please close the gate. Okay?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Who is Pat?
Who is,
Like,
what is what?
path in the four. Welcome the
Path.
path. It's like a
Camino.
yes.
But it's sendero.
Ah,
¿Ya? Sí, eso es como la traducción más general que puedo dar.
pero es como algo, no, es como algo más, no un cemento, una cosa así, como un camino, no sé. O sea, me imagino el sendero, pero no sé si path sirve para algo como cementado por.
Puede ser,
Oh.
puede ser con cemento. Let me see if
yeah.
there is a picture here. Here you can have pictures. It can be a footpath. I mean, like a camino, trail, ruta camino. Let's see, let me see the images here. There are different ways, you see? Maybe something very rustic like this, but can be something more sophisticated like that. It depends on the place. You see, there are different types of, this is also a path. It depends, yeah? For example, when you live in houses and you have a garden, and then you have a door or gate, and then there is something to walk into the house from the street. There is a footpath, como la entrada de la casa por el jardín. Yes, it depends. Okay. Okay. Where was it? Ah. Okay, any other question?
No, miss.
No? Okay. Well, as you can see, here we have different, this is the way to, yeah. Here we have the use of can. Can you ride your bike here? Can you?
Excuse me?
Can you ride your bike here according to the sign?
Yes.
Yes.
I can ride my bike here.
Yeah. So can be, yes, you can. Can you ride your bike? Yes, you can. Can you go this way?
No, you can't.
No, you can't. Can you park here?
No, you can't.
No, you can't. Can you turn right?
Miss,
yes?
I have a question. If the question is with you, the answer is...
Sorry, if the question is with what?
Si la pregunta es tú, la respuesta no debería ser yo.
No necesariamente. Porque el you en inglés a veces puede ser un you general. No es el you lady. Puede ser, pero puede no. Puede ser you or anybody. In this case is anybody. Yeah, can you, es como un you general. El you es bastante ambiguo. Puede ser tú, puede ser usted, puede ser ustedes. Y puede ser, no sé, la gente. En general, yeah?
Okay.
Yes. So, can you turn right here?
No, you can't.
No, you can't. Can you walk across the road?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Can you drive faster than 40 miles per hour?
No,
you can't.
No, you can't. Okay, good. Goody, goody. Okay. So, let's see. We have plenty of time, I think. Yes. Well, let's go back to Material Docente again. Let me close this. And I will ask you to go to download Safari Park. That's a name. Yeah. Okay. Do you like animals?
Yes, I like.
Yes.
Yes, I do Or yes, I like them?
I like them. Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is the dog.
Dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah. And you have a dog, don't you?
In Peru.
I'm not here?
No.
I heard a dog barking.
Isn't mine. Isn't mine.
It isn't yours. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And you, Andres, do you like animals?
Yes.
What is your
And
favorite animal?
I don't know. I like dogs, horse.
Dogs?
Yes, and horse.
Horses. Yeah.
Yes, horses.
Horses are beautiful.
Huh?
Horses are beautiful.
Yes.
Very, very beautiful. Yeah. Well, here we are talking about a safari park. What is a safari park? It's a kind of zoo that people drive through in their cars. Let's see, does the safari park want visitors to do these things? Yes or no? For example, feed the animals. What do you think?
No.
No.
I think no.
No. Touch the animals?
No.
No. Yeah. Take pictures of the animals?
Yes.
Yes. Buy souvenirs?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Okay. Leave the car? What do you think? Do you think
Yes,
that
but
people can leave the car?
No.
with supervision.
Supervision?
Yeah. With
Yeah.
supervision.
And you, lady, what do you think?
I believe or not.
You think they cannot? Yeah. We're going to check it. Drive slowly.
Yes.
Yes. Or no?
Yes.
Open the car windows.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, they are allowed. They can do it, you think? Yes. Leave the road?
No.
No. Okay. Let's see. We're going to listen. Okay. Look at the signs and listen to the visitor information from the U-Drive Safari Park. Which of the rules A to G do they talk about? Here you have 7 sentences, okay?
Okay.
So according to what you listen, you choose the correct word to complete the sentences from the visitor information. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Let me go to the, wait. Let me find the, where is some Safari Park, here it is.
Hello, visitors.
Wait, let me find the script. Yeah, here it is, the script. Okay.
Welcome to U-Drive Safari Park. We want you to enjoy your visit, and your safety is very important to us. Before you enter the park, please listen carefully to these rules. First, you must stay in your car. Many animals, like monkeys, look cute, but in fact, they are very dangerous. For the same reason, you must not open your car windows or doors. You can't leave the road for any reason. If your car breaks down, use your cell phone to contact the emergency number on your ticket. Don't touch or feed the animals. We want the animals in the park to live a wild and natural life as much as possible. You can take photographs, of course, but you mustn't use a flash. While in your car, drive slowly and safely. Watch out for animals. This is their home, and they need to move freely. Please remember that this is a no smoking area. At the end of your experience, you can visit our shop to buy souvenirs. Thank you for listening. Please enjoy your visit safely.
Once again,
I'm okay.
yes or no?
No.
No.
No? Okay. Let's see, read. You're going to read the statement using the correct alternative. Okay, let's see, Andres, please, number one.
First, you must stay in your car.
Right, good, you must. Number two, a lady.
For the same reason, you must not open your car window or door.
Right. Three, Andres.
You can't leave the road for any reason.
Right. Four, lady.
If your car breaks down, don't use your cell phone to contact the emergency.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Emergency number on your ticket.
Yeah, but don't use, no? Use.
Yes.
If your car breaks down, there is no other way to get help, right?
Yes.
Use your cell phone. Let's see five, Andres.
Don't touch our feet. Sorry. Don't touch or feed the animals.
Right. Good. Six, lady.
You can take photographs, of course, but you mustn't use a flash.
You mustn't use a flash. Very good. Seven, Andres.
At the end of your experience, you can visit our shop to buy souvenirs.
Okay.
Bye.
Any question or comment about this?
No.
No? Would you like to visit this type of zoo?
Yes, but I imagine that it is expensive.
Yeah, I mean, but it's expensive, I think, to get there, no? Because they are normally in
It's
school.
for
Yes, in Africa, in South Africa, I think. But would you
Yeah,
like to? Sorry.
Yes.
I have a question at in the 7.
In number 7, yeah.
Yes. Dice you can visit, but maybe, o sea, podría ser you should o es como...
No, no, because it's not recommendation. I mean, it's
yeah.
possibility. You have the possibility to visit our shop. Yes?
Yep.
Good. Okay, so let's go on. Well, here you have the same example and the same explanation that I gave you that you can review here because you use must or must not to give people advice, explain rules and laws. We use must and must not plus infinitive. Here we have, first of all, to complete the rules. We use must and must not to what? Do you understand what I want you? I want you to choose the correct option in order to finish the idea according to what we studied. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
We answered?
Please. Yes. Let's see.
Give people advice?
No. Must and must not.
Explain rules and laws.
Yeah, you see that if you look at the, wait a minute. If you look at the sentences, first you must stay in your car. This is an obligation, it's a rule. That's the thing, it's a rule. You must not open your car windows. No, it's a prohibition. You mustn't use a flash. So we use must and mustn't to explain rules and laws. Yes?
Yes.
And how do you give people advice? Using should. That is different. You see? Do you understand it, Andres?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see the second one, lady.
Excuse me, can you repeat, please?
Can you read the second sentence and choose the correct ending? The correct option.
We use must not, or mustn't.
Plus?
Plus, infinitive with to, or infinitive without to is the second, without to.
Infinitive without to. You say you mustn't, you must stay in your car. You must not open. You don't use to afterwards. Good. Andres, the next one.
We often use the subject you when we talk about rules.
Okay, here is related to what a lady asked before. We use the subject you when we talk about rules because it's not you in particular, but you, everybody. Yes? Okay. Let's see the last one, lady.
Like should, must. Has the same form to every subject.
Exactly. The same as should, must is the same word must for the same form for every I, you, we, he, she, it. All of the people are must the same without changes. Okay, good.
Okay.
Well, here we have a note on pronunciation, right? Mustn't. T is silent, okay? You write it, but you don't pronounce it, okay? Well, let's see what happens with can and can't. We also use can and can't when we are talking about rules and permission. You can't leave the road for any reason. I mean, you don't have permission to do that. But you can take photographs, of course. You have permission to do it. At the end of your experience, you can visit our shop, also permission or possibility, okay?
Okay.
The negative form of, can't has the same meaning as shouldn't or mustn't. Yeah. You shouldn't take photographs, you mustn't take photographs. Sorry. The negative form can't has the same meaning as mustn't, not shouldn't. Mustn't, because it's a prohibition. Yeah. If you say you can't leave the road for any reason, you mustn't leave the road. It's a rule. Yes? Do you understand it?
Okay. La diferencia es que can es informal, ¿cierto?
Sí, sí, es más informal, pero no en este caso, no en el can't. En el afirmativo yo diría can es más cuando yo digo, a ver, cuando uso el can para pedir permiso, por ejemplo, can I go to the toilet? That is más informal. Ahí estoy hablando Spanglish. Sorry. A ver, si vamos a la tabla, se me perdió la tabla donde estaba. Si vamos a la tabla, ¿dónde está la tabla? La cerré, parece. Pero en la tabla vimos, cerré la tabla, sorry. En la tabla vimos que, un momento. Ya. El can depende con qué sentido lo use, va a ser más informal o no. No siempre can es informal. Aquí tenemos... Oh my God. A ver. Si tú miras los tres ejemplos que hay aquí, el primero es de habilidad, ese no es informal. La habilidad es una habilidad en el presente. Entonces, he can find any street in London, eso es absolutamente formal. Cuando yo lo uso para hacer una sugerencia, podría ser más informal. Y donde definitivamente es más informal es con el request. Can you take me to Victoria Station? Ese es más informal. ¿Entiende? No siempre can. ¿Ya? ¿Te queda claro? ¿Sí?
Yes. Sí.
Good. Okay, so we were in the safari. Okay, so okay, so this negative form is the same as must. Let's see, the positive form can means that you choose what to do or is necessary to do something. What do you think?
You choose what to.
Exactly. It's up to you. You choose what to do. Yes? Now, something important here has to do with pronunciation. Can and can't, they are opposites. So it is very important to pronounce them clearly. Can has a short vowel. La vocal que está ahí es corta. Eso significa que es muy suave. Can. Y a veces casi desaparece. You can go, you can. Es como casi que es you can. Dice, it's only stress in short answers. Déjenme dar un ejemplo. Si yo digo, aquí tengo una frase afirmativa. You can take photos. No digo you can take photos, no. You can. Y lo que estoy diciendo es, estoy escribiendo la pronunciación. No tengo cómo hacer ese sonido, pero es ese que aparece ahí, que es como una E al revés. Pero es tan suave que hasta podría casi desaparecer a veces. A ver, voy a escribir esto. You can take photos. You can. ¿Se entiende eso? Distinto si yo digo, yes, you can. Aquí sí, ese can está enfatizado, por eso dice que se marca solamente cuando son respuestas cortas. Only stressing short answers. Yes, you can. ¿Notan la diferencia entre decir yes, you can y decir you can take photos? You can. ¿Lo notan? Ya. ¿Sí?
Sí, pero es difícil pronunciarlo.
You can. A ver. You can.
You can.
Eso, you can. Yo lo escribí así. Si hubiéramos estado con un pizarrón y con un plumón, te habría hecho el sonido, que el sonido es esa E que está ahí. Que una A muy suave es la misma A que tú usas cuando dices ago, por ejemplo. Ago. Tú no dices ago. Dices ago, ago, La boca está mínimamente abierta. Ago, ago. El mismo sonido de can. Yes, you can. Y hay veces que es tan rápido que el sonido desaparece. Pero cuando la oración tiene una respuesta corta como yes, you can, yes, we can, ahí ese can está con toda la letra. ¿Sí? ¿Y qué pasa con la pronunciación de can't? Has a long vowel sound and you have to pronounce the final sound clearly. Can't. You can't. Y aquí sí hay que marcar la voz. It is usually stressed. Okay? Do you understand it?
Yes.
Yes? Any questions about it? No? No questions? Okay, guys.
I have a question, but the word stressed, stress, it's when I read papers about plants, it's used to like a planta estresada.
Sí.
Y
Sí.
acá se usa como...
La forma en que está marcada. Stress, sí, de ahí viene el estrés. Es como estar tirando una cuerda, estar estresado, estar como tirante. Aquí en este caso el estrés es cómo se marca la voz, donde yo pongo el acento en el sentido de cargar la voz. Can't. Es distinto que you can. No está marcada la voz. Eso es lo que significa stressed. Pero en el caso de lo que tú me dices, habla de water stressed, ¿o no? Sí. Plant stress, sí. Un estrés hídrico, un estrés de la planta.
Sí, por estrés hídrico.
Sí, water stress, que tiene mucha agua, ¿no?
No, que está en déficit.
Ah, está en déficit de agua. Ah, eso es water stress. Ya, sí, pero no es algo, bueno, en el caso de aquí no tiene nada que ver con bueno o malo, es marcar algo, el stress. Aquí en este caso diría que no es ni bueno ni malo.
¿Y hay otro uso o solo
Veamos.
estos dos?
Veamos qué otro uso tiene. A ver, stress. Stress, mira, si esta palabra pasó del inglés, se españolizó. Estrés. Pressure, demands. Ahí está. Énfasis. Acento, es el que estamos usando nosotros. Acento. Stress, poner nervioso, estresar. Enfatizar también. Esos son los significados. Yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, next class we're going to continue with this because there are a lot of other exercises we're going to do about this topic. Okay? So, that's all for today then. Yes? Okay. So hope to see you next Monday. Have a nice week.
Same to you.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.